Oi pessoal, tudo bem? Aqui é Luciana da Street Smart Brazil. War is not, in my opinion, a pleasant topic to talk about, but unfortunately it is a topic that is part of our conversations today, and I thought it would be useful for you to learn some more vocabulary so you can talk to your friends in Portuguese if this subject comes up. I'll start with a Brazilian saying that isn't necessarily about war, it's about hope. A esperança é a última que morre. So literally it means hope is the last to die. In English, you have the saying, while there's life, there's hope. I'll read the Portuguese version again. A esperança é a última que morre. So in Portuguese, NATO is OTAN. It's funny, it's exactly the opposite, right? NATO, OTAN. It means Organização do Tratado do Atlântico Norte. So it's the same name as in English. Here's the word for war. Guerra. Guerra. So the G-U-E, the sound is ge. And the double R in Portuguese sounds like the age in English. So this is guerra. And for every noun, I am putting the F on the side when it's a feminine noun or a feminine word and the M for masculine words. So this one again, guerra. Peace. Paz. There are two ways to pronounce this word, and this happens with every word that ends in AZ. One way, it's the very clear paz, paz. But another way, which is the natural way for me to pronounce it, is as if there is an I between A and Z. Paz, paz. So both pronunciations are correct. You don't have to worry about it. It's just different places in Brazil pronounce this word a little bit differently. So the country, Ukraine, in Portuguese, Ucrânia, Ucrânia. You know, in Portuguese, countries are either masculine or feminine, with some exceptions that will be neutral. I have a lesson about that. I'll put a link in the video description. Ukrainian, Ucraniano, if it's masculine, Ucraniana, if it's feminine. Again, Ucraniano, Ucraniana. So Russia, the country, Rússia. So when the R is the first letter, it sounds like the age in English. And the two S's just sound like S. Rússia, Rússia. Russian, the language or the people, you say Russo, Russo. And the feminine, Russa, Russa. Soldier, soldado or soldada. Now the L, when you have the L in a way that it's not followed by a vowel, it does not make a syllable with a vowel. This sound, watch the sound, it's so, so. So I don't roll my tongue to pronounce that L. Soldado. Army, military, exército, exército. In this word, the X sounds like a Z, exército. A military person, militar. If it's a man, o militar, if it's a woman, a militar, the word is the same. To invade, invadir, invadir. An invasion, invasão, invasão. When the S is one S in between two vowels, it sounds like a Z, invasão. So here's a sentence to put some of these words together. Russia's army invaded Ukraine. O exército da Rússia invadiu a Ucrânia. O exército da Rússia invadiu a Ucrânia. To attack, atacar, atacar. An attack, ataque, ataque. A strategy, estratégia, estratégia. You can have uma estratégia de ataque or uma estratégia de defesa. A bomb, bomba, bomba. To bomb, bombardear, bombardear. And in some places in Brazil, that the E will be more like de, bombardear. It's fine, just different pronunciations in different places of the country. Bombing, bombardeio, bombardeio. A tank, tanque, tanque. A missile, míssil, míssil. And the plural is mísseis, mísseis. And the verb we use with it, lançar, to launch. Lançar. An explosion, explosão, explosão. To explode, explodir, explodir. Nuclear weapons. Armas nucleares. Armas nucleares. Let me show you a few more sentences putting these words together. Russia attacked Ukraine with tanks, bombs, and missiles. A Rússia atacou a Ucrânia com tanques, bombas e mísseis. A Rússia atacou a Ucrânia com tanques, bombas e mísseis. Russia launched hypersonic missiles in the attacks. A Rússia lançou mísseis hipersônicos nos ataques. So in hipersônicos, the H as the first letter is silent in Portuguese. A Rússia lançou mísseis hipersônicos nos ataques. Reaction. Reação. Reação. To react. Reagir. Reagir. The international community reacted and condemned Russia's attack. A comunidade internacional reagiu e condenou o ataque da Rússia. A comunidade internacional reagiu e condenou o ataque da Rússia. Sanction. Sanção. Sanção. And the plural is sanções. To impose sanctions, impor sanções. Impor sanções. Several countries have imposed economic sanctions on Russia. Vários países impuseram sanções econômicas à Rússia. Vários países impuseram sanções econômicas à Rússia. Hey, before we continue, let me take a moment to ask you to please like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Muito obrigada. Ally, aliado, or the feminine, aliada. Enemy, inimigo, or in the feminine, inimiga. To flee, to run away, fugir. Observe the sound of the letter G here. Fugir. This is the sound of the G every time it is followed by an I. Fugir. A refugee, a displaced person, refugiado. Refugiado. In the feminine, refugiada. There are over 4 million Ukrainian refugees. Há mais de 4 milhões de refugiados ucranianos. Há mais de 4 milhões de refugiados ucranianos. Notice that in Portuguese, we do not spell nationalities like Ukrainian in the sentence with a capital initial. Millions of Ukrainians have fled their home country in search of safety. Milhões de ucranianos fugiram do seu país natal em busca de segurança. There are two things that I would like to point to you here. One is, you see in English we say have fled, but in Portuguese we don't use the verb to have or ter in the past tense like this. For us, this is the simple past, so I just use the simple past of the verb fugir. The other thing is the pronunciation of Natal. I talked about the L before. I don't roll my tongue. Natal. I'll read the sentence again. Milhões de ucranianos fugiram do seu país natal em busca de segurança. To destroy. Destruir. Destruir. Destruction, destruição, destruição. Battlefield, campo de batalha, campo de batalha. Civilian target, alvo civil, alvo civil. Baixa, it's a casualty, baixa. So the X in this word is like the SH in English, baixa. Artillery, artilharia, artilharia. To die, morrer. The double R again sounds like the H in English. Morrer. Dead, morto, or morta. Many civilian targets, such as hospitals, schools, and residential buildings, are under attack. Muitos alvos civis, como hospitais, escolas e prédios residenciais, estão sob ataque. Muitos alvos civis, como hospitais, escolas e prédios residenciais, estão sob ataque. The bombings have been causing numerous civilian casualties. Os bombardeios têm causado inúmeras baixas civis. Os bombardeios têm causado inúmeras baixas civis. Thousands of people have already died and the death toll is rising each day. Milhares de pessoas já morreram e o número de mortos aumenta a cada dia. Milhares de pessoas já morreram e o número de mortos aumenta a cada dia. You know, if you look at the sentences carefully, you can get a lot of little things, like the word já, already died, já morreram. Each day, a cada dia. So when I create these examples, I try to give you useful words and prepositions and verbs and expressions. On the blog post for this lesson, you will find all the words that are here, all the sentences with the translation. So check out the blog post. I will put a link in the video description. Peace talks have not yet succeeded in putting an end to the war. There is still no peace agreement. As negociações de paz ainda não conseguiram pôr fim à guerra. Ainda não há acordo de paz. As negociações de paz ainda não conseguiram pôr fim à guerra. Ainda não há acordo de paz. Ukraine will receive international support for the reconstruction of the country after the war. A Ucrânia vai receber apoio internacional para a reconstrução do país depois da guerra. Notice I need to use the article in front of the country, a Ucrânia. A Ucrânia vai receber apoio internacional para a reconstrução do país depois da guerra. I want to end with a beautiful quote by Malala. Peace in every home, every street, every village, every country. This is my dream. Paz em todo lar, toda rua, toda aldeia, todo país. Esse é o meu sonho. Paz em todo lar, toda rua, toda aldeia, todo país. Esse é o meu sonho. Muito obrigada for watching this lesson. Tchau, tchau.